Hello and welcome to your lesson for today. My name is Kyle Broda with FullSkillsExamPrep.com. This one's a continuation from yesterday's lesson, which was about the Federal Skilled Trades program. So what we decided to do was make an example question for you, and then we could see how you can apply all of the knowledge that you have from yesterday's lesson into a question that will be very similar to a question you will probably have on your Iccrc exam. So here's the question. I'll give you, remember on your actual exam you're going to have 1 minute 48 seconds to answer. So for this one I'll give you about the same amount of time. So read over this and try to find the answer in the next minute and 48 seconds. Alright, wasn't exactly 1 minute 48, but if you want to pause the video and try to figure this out on your own, that would be the best thing for you. So you can pause right now, and that wouldn't be a problem. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go through an analysis of the question and of the requirements needed in order to be accepted as a part of the Federal Skilled Trades program. So if you remember from the last lesson, we have the 6 requirements. So for the first one, he has to meet the NOC requirements. There's a 3,000 application cap. You cannot go to Quebec. You need a full-time job offer, or your certificates have to transfer over, the experience, and of course the language skills. Remember, in your actual exam, if they don't talk about it, if they don't talk about a certain category, then it's not applicable. You don't need to even think about it. So in this one here, take a minute, try to think of which ones relate to the question and which ones we don't need to think about. Alright, so if you didn't have enough time again, just press pause and try to figure it out. If you did figure out which ones we're looking for, I broke it down for you just like this here. So they do talk about the NOC requirements. As you can see, he's been working full-time as an electric power line worker for the last 2 years. So we don't know if at this point, maybe we don't know if it fits the requirements for NOC, but we know it has something to do with NOC, so we need to think about that. The 3,000 cap doesn't have anything to do with the question, so we don't concern ourselves with it. We don't know if he's going to Quebec, so we don't concern ourselves with that at all. We don't know if he has a full-time offer or a trade certificate, so we don't consider that at all in the question. For the experience, if you look in blue, they talk about all of the experience that he has. So he has just two years, and well, 2 years is in the green, but it still counts. It's the 2 years and the 4-day work week from 10 to 5 every day. And finally, the English and French language skills. So let's go through each one of these and see if he meets the requirements for these. And if he does, or if he doesn't, that will give us our final answer. So as we can see for the knock portion of this one does count, because if you look at the Group B jobs in demand, electrical power line workers are on that list. So that's not a problem at all. The knock, he's on the knock, so it's fine. And that means that we can take away that answer as well. So yes, he meets the knock requirements. Let's look at the language skills. So as we remember, he needs a 5544 on the Canadian language benchmark skills. But remember, that is not necessarily the IELTS score, right? So remember, we need to put this into that table that we have from before. And as we can see over here, the minimum requirements are in green, and what he got is in yellow. So we can see he got 7.5 in listening, which is a CLB 8. He got a 6 in reading, which is a CLB 7. He got a 6 in speaking, which is a CLB 7. And they say he only got a 4 in writing, but that's enough for the requirements. That's one of the tricks they might use with you, is to just put in one little word. In this one, but he only got a 4 in writing. That might imply that it's not enough, or it's too low of a score, but it's actually fine in this case. So yes, he meets the language skills. That's not a problem either. Let's take a look at the experience. If he has enough experience, then he will be accepted, and the answer will be A. So as we said, he's been working as a electrical power line worker for the last 2 years. He works 4 days a week from 10 to 5, Monday through Thursday. So let's think about that really quickly. How many hours per day is 10 to 5? 7 hours a day, right? He works 4 days a week, so that equals 28 hours a week, which does not fulfill the requirements. Remember, he can work 3 days a week, and if it's 10 hours a day, that would be fine. But in this case, the total amount of hours per week doesn't add up to the minimum requirement. So when we look at our list again, the knock is yes, he meets those requirements. We don't know about the cap. There's nothing mentioned. Quebec isn't mentioned at all. The job offer or certificate isn't mentioned at all. The experience, he doesn't fulfill those requirements. And the language skills, he fulfills those requirements. So that's not a problem. So let's see. If you answered B, congratulations. That's the correct answer. Good work. So no, he doesn't have the number of hours of experience required. So thanks a lot for listening again. Remember, we're always here to help, so you can like us on Facebook and follow our blog. If you follow those two, if you like us on Facebook and follow the blog, you'll get these updates every week. And, well, thanks again, and remember to check out our website and send us your emails. Okay, bye-bye.